Hello, this is Beth Velasco and Jocelyn Perry, and we are doing a presentation on understanding information literacy. First, we need to know what information literacy is. To be information literate is not only something you do in school, it is something you become through a lifetime of coursework and personal experience. Being information literate includes the ability to identify what information is needed, identify, locate, and access dependable information effectively and efficiently, use and apply information correctly, critically, and effectively, and determine if your information need has been met. Now that we know what information literacy is, we need to know why it is important to be information literate. Information literacy is important because this is a skill needed to be successful not only in school but in everyday life. The University of Sheffield Library states the ability to evaluate information is particularly important in an era where information is so easy to access, but much of it is poor quality. Information literacy makes it possible for students to determine which information is reliable and which information is not, making it possible for students to be lifelong learners.
So now that we know what information literacy is and why it is important, here are some strategies and tips that you can use when evaluating websites. We can use the CRAP acronym. So currency is we're looking at when was the site published and when was it last updated. We can look at the relevance, looking at content, is it relevant to your topic? The author, we'd like to know who wrote it and what is their authority on the subject. Accuracy, are there any spelling errors? Do the links work? And the purpose, why was this site made? Is there a bias in it?
Now that we've given you some tips and strategies, here are some recommendations on how to implement this into your classroom. One way is to help build student information literacy is to help students see the difference between a dependable source or required website or a non-dependable source or website. Give your students a list of sites or a packet of articles with a checklist to help them determine on their own whether the site or source is dependable. It is important to include sites or sources that are obviously dependable and not dependable, as well as a few that are more difficult to determine. The difficult ones will lead to conversations or debates within groups or within the class as a whole. Here is a lesson plan to determine whether articles are scholarly or just a popular periodical, but the structure can be expanded to apply it to any form of information literacy evaluation. Also, you can talk to your school's librarians to see what resources and ideas they have for teaching information literacy.
Collaboration with the librarians can be a very powerful tool. There are some activities that may span over multiple days, taking time out of the classroom, but the skills learned will be worth it. You can show students various types of resources and where they can be found in the library. You can allow students to explore the library and the variety of resources available. Everybody Needs Information is a specific 2-day lesson plan where students learn how to use different types of reference materials in the school library and where they are located. InformationLiteracy.org is full of lesson plans like this one and ideas to promote information literacy in the classroom, the school, and the community.